From the News Channel 5 network, this is Pharmacist on Call.
Good evening, Nashville, Middle Tennessee, Southern Kentucky, those of you as far west as Jackson, those of you as far east as McMinnville. Welcome to Pharmacist on Call with your host, Dr. Sean Pruitt. And if you're watching this show, I am your community pharmacist. Well, everyone, welcome to the November edition of Pharmacist on Call. This is your 1 hour forum where you get to ask those burning questions. Because, hey, let's face it, your doctors and your pharmacists are busy. They don't have time. But for this 1 hour, I do. So call in with those questions and those comments. We're going to start out like we usually do. We'll do some condolences here. We've got a couple of them. First, wanted to extend condolences to a good friend of the pharmacy who lost her son a few weeks ago, Miss Brenda Prowell. So want to extend condolences to her. Had an opportunity to talk to her today, as a matter of fact. Also wanted to extend condolences to my ex-wife, Valeria Bosick, on the passing of her father today. And also want to extend condolences to the Maplewood family, the East Nashville family, Yvette Love, James Love, Yolanda Love, on the passing of Anthony Love, who was a class of 1987 at Maplewood. He lived right across the street from me on North 6th and Douglas. So he and his brother and best friend Charles Rowe, closest things I've had to big brothers growing up out east. So sorry to see Anthony pass. For those of you who knew him, he transitioned this morning after a battle with cancer. So condolences to his siblings. Also wanted to see if we got some birthdays here. All right. Happy birthday to Eric Stevens, who was one of my fraternity brothers up there in Dayton, Ohio, as well as my line brother, Richard Nealon Ray. His birthday as well will be a little bit later in the month. And want to shout out my fraternity, Omega Psi Phi fraternity. We'll be turning, I guess, 108, I believe, around November 17th. Kudos to the Qs, happy birthday, and we'll be celebrating our homecoming at Austin Peay this weekend. My other alma mater, my first alma mater, Tennessee State, well, my second alma mater, Tennessee State University, but APSU, I'll be seeing you guys this weekend, and we'll do some homecoming festivities. All right, so for those of you who are tuning in and you're wondering what I'm talking about here, this is a health information show. This is an exchange show where you get to call in and ask questions about whatever health topics you want. And you're probably wondering who I am and why this show is what it is. Well, this show came from the Ask the Expert series. I was invited on the show as a pharmacist. I took your questions along with Kristen Presall and Roy Johnson and Chuck Long for a while and answered their questions and your questions on air. A year later, News Channel 5 Plus gave me the opportunity to answer these questions for you by myself. So we're in season 6 doing that. Now, you want to know where I came from. I'm the owner of Pruitt's Discount Pharmacy. I'm the owner of Pruitt's Pharmacy at Napier Clinic and the owner of the Kangen Water Store of Nashville. So we opened August 4th, 2012 on a mission to help those who were uninsured in Middle Tennessee. I found some research that said that there are about 100,000 plus uninsured Middle Tennesseans. So we have made it our mission to make sure that those uninsured Middle Tennesseans get medication at affordable prices. And we shifted from that focus, from providing discount medication, to educating you to keep you out of the doctor's offices and the emergency room. So now our focus is, hey, self-care is a new healthcare. So we're going to educate you to take care of yourself. So a lot of what we will talk about today will be preventative in nature or curative, dealing with what Mother Nature has provided with us. So we want to talk about the second business that I opened up because it's what really got us started on the natural health kick. About 3 months into opening, business was kind of slow and I needed a niche, something to bring people in. And that's when I opened the Kangen Water Store of Nashville. It's an alkaline water store. It looks like we got our first caller, so I'm going to pause that because this show is about you. Welcome to Pharmacist on Call. How may I help you?
Yes, sir. I'll tell you what, I suffered from addiction caused by a knee injury back in 2000. You know, it just progressed and progressed.
Okay.
And I did the Suboxone for a while, methadone. Then, but there was still no end to that. And I just want to let everybody know that Kratom does work. And I wanted to get you the Kratom as well.
My opinion on kratom, probably does work. I believe that there were some issues with salmonella. There are also some legality issues with regard to it being legal in Tennessee. And from my understanding, taking kratom for long periods of time, while it is natural, you may also run into the same sort of dependence that you do with opiates.
Is that right?
Yes,
okay.
sir. So that's why I've kind of steered away from really recommending it. I recognize the benefit that it has, but the dependence piece, and of course the legality, I want to make sure that I'm recommending things that you guys won't get in trouble for.
Right, okay. I seriously, I thought it was legal here in Tennessee. I know in some states it wasn't, but yeah, they sell it at all these stores. So, I mean, I thought, wow, you know, it's almost in every store in my town.
Yeah. I don't think it's legal here, and even if it were, I probably would not carry it. Yeah, I've been asked about it the entire time I've been open, but you hear us talk a lot about CBD and hemp for opiate withdrawal. I like it.
Yeah.
Virtually no side effects, no legality issues, no.
I've seen it like maybe I'm go that route too.
Yeah, and there's no dependence issue either. So.
Great. Yeah.
Okay. All right. Well, thank you for your call, sir.
All right. Thank you very much.
Yes, sir. All righty. Okay.
Bye.
All righty. Okay. Looks like we have got Thelma. Welcome to Pharmacist on Call. I may help you. Hello.
Hello.
Yes, ma'am. How you doing?
I'm fine, John. Of course, you know this is Thelma.
Yes, ma'am.
I was very surprised to hear. Were you speaking of Tony Love across the street?
Yes. Yes, I was. Tony Love across the street from his pass this morning.
All right. Well, thank you for that update. I'm very sorry to hear that. I'll talk to you about that more later on. I wanted to ask you about, the turmeric.
Yes, ma'am.
That's an anti-inflammatory, right?
Yes, ma'am.
And now, what is an optimal dose of that? Do you think 250 milligrams of it would be sufficient?
Well, yes and no. It depends on the person, but generally, so the turmeric that we carry, it is about 600 milligrams per capsule. So most times I'll take 2 to get 1,200 milligrams. So 250 seems like a very low dose.
Practically non-existent.
Yeah, but some people may respond to it. So it's one of those things where you have to kind of play around with it.
Yeah, okay. Your capsules are 60 milligrams.
600.
600. Great. And okay, well, but I think I've had them before, and once a day wouldn't have any contraindications, would it?
No, ma'am. No.
It would be fine to take one of those per day.
2 or 3. Yes, ma'am.
Okay, well, I'll need to get back in there and get some more. I'm glad I did not get there. I got 250 milligrams. That's a pretty good size dose.
No, it's a low end.
Okay, well, that explains some things. Now, what about that resveratrol, the grapeseed extract? Can you take turmeric in addition to the resveratrol?
Yes, you can.
Okay, no problem with that then.
No, ma'am.
Okay, well, thank you very much, Dr. Truitt.
Yes, ma'am, you're welcome.
Have a great rest of the night. I'm going to sit back and watch the rest of the show. And thank you for keeping us informed.
All right, you are welcome.
Okay, bye-bye.
All righty, bye-bye. Now, for those of you who don't know, that's my mother, frequent caller to the show. All right, see what we got here. Pharmacist on Call, let me help you. Hello? Hello, caller?
Hello.
Yes, ma'am. Welcome to Pharmacist on Call. How may I help you?
Yes, I have moved from another state into Tennessee, and I take a medication for anxiety.
Okay.
And my family doctor said that because of the change of some law in Tennessee, he couldn't prescribe the medication I'm taking, and that I probably need to see a psychiatrist to get this prescription filled. And that's kind of confusing to me. Is there some way you can explain that to me?
Okay, so what's the name of the medication?
Alprazolam.
Okay.
It's for anxiety,
Okay.
and it's I think it's 1 milligram tablet.
Okay.
One up to 3 times a day, but I only take it once.
Is this your your PCP that's telling you this?
Yes.
Okay.
Right.
All right. So question, are you under chronic pain management?
No.
Okay. I know that some of the docs are under pressure with regards to the to opiates. They're being pressured, I guess, to leave that to the specialist per se. So you have some that were writing for Schedule 2s just for maintenance for their patients, but I believe that they're being discouraged from doing that and sending those patients off to chronic pain management. Much like your PCP is being pressured to have you get that from your psychiatrist. I can't say that I disagree with that. I think that the specialist should be handling that. So I'm totally fine with that. And I think that they would be the best authority to determine what you need and how much you need in terms of your anxiety or your depression. So I would leave that up to the specialist.
I just hate to go to a psychiatrist. I'm 80 years old.
Oh, yeah.
I've had 7 deaths in my family in the last year and a half. And of course, that is anxiety for sure. And but that's the only one of those kind of medications that I'm taking. That's why I thought it's not a real opiate in my mind.
Yeah, it is.
But
it is.
Apparently, in the medical profession, it is.
Yeah. Now, how long have you been stable on that?
About a year now.
Okay. Yeah, the only thing with, being referred to the specialist is they're going to see things differently from your PCP. My worry is that the new specialist, and this may not happen, is that I've seen it happen with some of my patients. They will change the medication altogether or just the dose. And, so be prepared for that.
All right. Okay, well, thank you so much.
Yes, ma'am. You're welcome. All righty.
Goodbye.
All righty. Bye-bye. Okay, let's see. One more call here. Layla, welcome to Pharmacist on Call. How may I help you?
Yes. Hi, Dr. Pruitt.
Hi.
I do have a two-part question.
Yes, ma'am.
First of all, can supplements such as Prevagen or Nuviva actually improve the brain power as advertised? And if so, can you please explain to me how the ingredients actually affect the brain? And I will listen for the response. Thank you.
Great.
Do you understand?
Okay, Prevagen and what else?
Nuviva.
Nariba, okay.
Nariba.
Yeah, I don't know enough about either to make an informed decision, so I won't BS you there. But there are some nootropics out there that do appear to increase the focus and mental clarity. So I will say that there are products out there. In terms of Prevagen doing it, I've only had testimonial from one patient, and she said that it really worked for her. But by the time we come to the December show, I will have looked into it enough to at least to see what the reviews are on it.
All right, Dr. Pruitt. All right, then.
But great
I'll
question.
talk later.
Okay, all right.
Thank you.
All right. Pharmacist on Call, let me help you. Hello.
Hello.
How you doing?
How you doing?
Pretty good. How are you?
All right. I'm doing well. I was wanting to ask about one of my medicines. I've had bad health for about 20 years now, bone marrow transplant and heart disease and stuff. But
Okay.
my doctor at Vanderbilt put me on amlodipine.
Amlodipine?
5 milligrams. 5 milligrams. And my PCP, a couple of months down the road, told me she was going to double it. I was taking 5 milligrams once a day. But the pharmacist or somebody gave me 2.5 milligrams twice a day. And that's not doubling my dose. But why I was asking is because at night I have angina, or something like that. It feels like chest pains. And in the morning,
when I walk around and stuff, I don't have no chest pains at all. It don't bother me, and I'm really lost. Should I double the dose like she said, or check and see what's going on?
Yeah, I would explain first of all to her about the angina at night.
Yeah.
Yeah, so let's start there. They need to know that.
Oh, okay. All righty.
Okay. Yeah, start there, and then we'll see what we do about the dose then. But that is concerning.
All right. All right. Well, thank you very much.
Yes, sir. All right, thank you.
Bye-bye.
All righty, bye-bye. All right, everyone, stay right there. We're up on our first break. We will be right back.